Hey everybody, Psycho here again. Now today we are finally going to be adding some new lights in my shop. I can't wait. Stay tuned. Alright, so to start off, this is what I picked up. We have a few boxes. I got the little connectors for the lights themselves, package of Marrettes, some LED light bulbs, cheap, and a spool of wire. First thing I'm going to say, guys, is I'm not an electrician. I just do simple electrical stuff. However, be safe about it. That's what I'm going to tell you there. But anyways, on this side of the shed, we have a light there. We have one there. Behind this one, this doesn't work anymore. And then I got one for the doorway. And then for this side over here where we do most of our filming, we have one single light. And that's why in the previous videos it's hard to see anything, and then unless I use that ring right there, the video quality suffers quite a bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to piggyback off of this one, and I'm going to run it over, and we're going to put a light right here. And then I'm going to put a light right on this one somewhere. What is it? 1, 2, 3, and then there's a mark. There's a mark right there, roughly. And that just corresponds to the same where that one is, the placement. And then I'm going to run a line up, and we'll probably put a light right here somewhere. And that should give us some decent light, and it shouldn't be too difficult. I am going to shut the power off, and I do have my little tester here so we can be safe. Mandatory to do this so you don't barbecue yourself, but pretty plain to see. Everything's got power. Shut that down. Oh, why does that still have power? Interesting. That shouldn't have any power at all. Alright, so quick thing that I learned just now. This shut off is just for my door opener. That's all that's for. So it must be bypassed here. And yeah, so anyways, I just went into my house, to the breaker box, and I just killed everything. So there is absolutely nothing coming out to any of my buildings. So we ain't taking a risk here today. Now, let's start by putting these boxes up. That's not too bad. Alright, so I made a couple little changes. Originally I was gonna line this one up with that one over here, and it just seemed like it was tucked away in the corner too much. So I decided to move everything out so that it's in line with this one. And I think that looks better, and I think it's going to function a lot better. One thing I'm going to do is, this is a really old style like closet light. They don't make these anymore, and they're not even up to code anymore as far as I know. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm just not going to reuse this. I don't really like it. It looks pretty dodgy, so I'm going to be missing one. I'm going to need have to go out and get another one, but I'll put that there. We'll run the line. I'm actually going to run it through this and have the spool come in through this one, and then I'll make it all in one line, and then I'll cut and splice it as I need it. And I didn't film this one because this was kind of hard where the door was in the way, but then we'll run that up through there. Alright, so I got the first little bit done here. I have this one hooked up. Like I said, I switched out that plate because I didn't like the other one. And it's just 3 wires. Your black wire is your hot wire, that goes to your gold screw. And your white wire is your neutral, that goes to your silver. And then your bare wire is your ground, that's just grounds out to the box itself. And then I just run it across. And now I'm going to do the same here. Just going to pull this back, cut it, and then gear it all up, and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I have everything finally wired up. This one here was the easiest. Now when I go, like I say, to hook this one up right here, I'll just piggyback off of that and run it straight across. But I need new covers. But we got that, I got it all stapled. And it's a whole stapling thing that, I mean, it doesn't look as good, but it's a lot simpler than drilling holes through it, like right here. I'm not doing that. I don't really see the point. But, like I say, everything looks right as far as I'm concerned. But I guess we won't know until we turn it on. But I mean, it's like I say, it's pretty simple. It's only 3 wires. So this part here is pretty simple. I'm just gonna spin it around a little bit. So we'll go up. And we just slide these screws like so. And we just want to lock them in. And that's it. Alright, so it's the moment of truth. Let's see if I burned down my shed or not. Haha! Looks like everything's working. I don't see no smoke. I don't hear nothing going zzz. So we must have did it right. Alright, so the lights look pretty good. I'm happy with that. I will finish the other 2 over here off camera. I don't see any point. You guys seen basically what it was all about. But this is basically the first step to getting this building turned into like a studio that I can film my videos in. The big thing is, like, I need the light, and now we need to worry about finding more storage. So if I can get my account a little bit better, get a little bigger, and get my revenue going again, what I want to do is clear all this out and put pit run down and some rock, and I actually want to get a C-can right here for storage, so that way I can put all my stuff out here and we can empty this building. I can put the dirt bike there, put my 5.3 Chevy engine, the heads, I mean my generator, boat motors, like all this stuff that I just accumulated over time can all go into the C-can, and we can empty this building, and then we can really do some pretty cool videos, try to do some things different. I have some pretty decent ideas on what I want to do, but this all has to come first, and then yeah, then we can do that kind of stuff. I am working on another Honda vlog video. I've run into some hiccups with it. As I was working on it, I come down with pneumonia, and I basically wiped out 2 weeks, and I just felt like death. I didn't want to do anything. And this is basically where I left off, and I was on the part of setting the valves. I got them set, and I was just putting them back together, and I tightened this one over here down, and guess what? It broke. And this is a very hard part to find. I went to the Honda dealership, they didn't have any in stock. The ones they did have were for the rear end, and they were too small. $27 just for this. That doesn't count the O-ring too, just the cap. Plus tax, so about 30 bucks for that. I didn't obviously do that because that's a ripoff. I ordered a couple on Amazon for 15 bucks for the 2. Hopefully they fit. I'm praying that they fit because I want to get this back together and we can get that video out, and like I say, that'll be done. I was going to do a couple other videos. One was going to be a magnet fishing video. I think that's going to be awesome. I think that's going to be pretty, like, I don't want to overhype it, but I think it's going to be pretty good because in my area, I haven't ever seen anybody like do those types of videos or do that for recreational use. So there's probably a lot of cool stuff still down in the water. So we could probably find some like fishing lures and God only knows. So that was coming up, and unfortunately my GoPro crapped out. I've only owned it for 7 months and it crapped the bed. Spoke with GoPro and I got to ship it out to them and they're going to send me a replacement. So that was kind of nice of them. Like I say, so that set me back as well. Right now I'm filming on my old camera. So anything that could go wrong has been going wrong. But one thing I will say on a positive note, I appreciate all my new subscribers. We're at 235 at this time. And we still got a hell of a long ways to go to 1,000, but I do appreciate everybody that subscribed, has taken an interest in the channel. I appreciate that a lot. And I'm not stopping. I'm going to try to keep going and try to give you the best content that I'm capable of. And, you know, that's all I can really say about that. Might do some more live streams. Anybody wants to stop in and say hello, feel free. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to update everybody. And we'll see where we can take it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for viewing.